Rahman Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulihil Kareem. Amma ba'd. Brothers and sisters, this is the fifth excuse which Shias make for Ali ibn Abi Talib radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. They say that Ali ibn Abi Talib, the reason why he didn't give the orchard of Fadak to the descendants of Fatima radiyallahu ta'ala anha, because he did not want to cause disunity amongst the ummah by opposing the ways of the previous three caliphs, and this would have caused major dissension, it would have caused major disunity. Number one, brothers and sisters, if you look, by giving an orchard back to a certain family, I can't really see that causing much of a disunity, much of a dissension amongst the people. Okay, a few people here and there might have got upset if it's true, but I can't see that causing much disunity. Number two, the whole purpose of a leader and a just impartial leader is that he gives back the rights of the people. If he's not giving back the rights of the people, then what is the point of coming and becoming a leader? If you are not going to implement and exercise justice, then there is no point being a leader. But anyway, let's look at how true this is. You know, this is Nahjul Balagha, Peak of Eloquence. Nahjul Balagha is an English translation done by some Shias. If you go to Sermon 125, you'll see how much Ali ibn Abi Talib radiyallahu ta'ala anhu really cared about people, becoming disunified, and people, going into dissension when it came to the laws of Allah and His Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Like this Nahjul Balagha, it's page 509, and it's Sermon 125. And I'll read out the sermon, it's highlighted there. I'll read out the title of the sermon. This is the title. When Imam Ali bin Abi Talib was spoken ill of for showing equality in the distribution of shares from the Baytul Mal, or the Muslim public treasury, he said the following. So Ali ibn Abi Talib, he was spoken ill of when he thought of distributing from the public treasury some of the wages of people and some of the allowances that people were allowed to take. He thought that he's going to change what the previous three did. When people spoke ill of him, listen to what he said. Allahu Akbar. This totally shatters the arguments of Shia, and not only this argument, but every other argument. It totally shatters them. If you listen carefully and with an open mind and with a sincere heart, if you look at this sermon, he says, "O people, do you command me that I should seek support by oppressing those over whom I have been placed?" As in, do you want me to seek support from the people by oppressing the people, the weak and the poor, by oppressing them and over whom I have been placed as a Khalifa and as a ruler and as a leader? Subhanallah. He says, by Allah. He takes an oath. He says, by Allah, I will not do so as long as the world goes on and as long as one star leads another in the sky. He says, I swear by Allah, this will never ever happen. I do not want those people's support. If I have to oppress people to gain support, then this is not my way. And he takes an oath that I will never ever oppress anybody to gain the support of people. Ali ibn Abi Talib was not a coward. He knew that leadership comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If Allah is going to bring the people upon His leadership, Allah will bring them. And if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not bring the people upon His leadership and does not gather them and put acceptance in their hearts, then He is not going to oppress anybody to gain support. Ali ibn Abi Talib wasn't like that. But this is what I said. See, to target Abu Bakr and to tarnish him and to taint his image, Shias go to the extent of even tarnishing and tainting the image of Ali ibn Abi Talib. Then look what Ali ibn Abi Talib says. He says, even if it were my property, even if, as in the Baytul Mal, even if it was my property, I will have distributed it. I will have distributed it equally among them. Then why not when the property is that of Allah's? Allahu Akbar. This is a sermon which smashes the claims of Shia that he didn't give this garden or this orchard of Fadak back. Why? Just so to keep the people unified and to keep their support. No. Ali ibn Abi Talib he clearly says regarding the Baytul Mal that he felt that Abu Bakr and Umar and Osman they might have made a mistake in allotting the allowances to people. So what did he feel? He felt that I am going to change this, and he changed it. Now he didn't feel disunity in this issue, did he? He didn't feel that people are going to be upset with me. If this was a reason, and if this was a good enough excuse to justify oppressing people, then Ali ibn Abi Talib, how come he didn't do it in this issue? The fact that he did not do it in this issue just clearly shows that he would never have done it in regards to the orchard of Fadak. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to understand. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.